Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
But you know what? I like no, I have the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by keeping you after I become Biafra will know the importance of freedom in fact, they can get to you is by keeping you after I become Biafra will know the importance of freedom in fact, But you know what? I don't like no. I have the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by giving you something. After I done Biafra know the importance of freedom. In fact,
Welcome. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program. Wherever you are connecting from, please like and share the program. Invite your family and friends to join. Invite those who are close to you to join wherever they are. Invite someone to join us on this very quick program so that we can continue to spread the gospel of Biafra. No matter the challenges, no matter the obstacles, no matter the hindrances, we must continue to speak and speak when it is necessary to do so. I welcome every one of you, and I want you to understand that in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this platform to preach hate. All we do is to present Biafra before the whole world. All we do is to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. To say things the way they are, regardless what people are saying, regardless the hatred, the attack coming from east, west, north, and south, we must continue to speak the truth. And that is what we have come today to do. Also to give our supreme leader, Nnamdi Kanu, a voice on this platform, and give our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, a voice on this platform. So no matter what you see, no matter what you hear, no matter how bad it is, we will continue to speak. We will continue to preach the gospel of Biafra, and we will make sure that the voice
the more you keep on supporting evil, the more your life, the more your brothers bring the more your sons will suffer the truth. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely. Because one idiot that a group will rise up and say to you, no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about some crime? Haven't heard about cancer? There is crime everywhere. That is the crime is the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own actions. ISIS was who brought them to Nigeria? Fulani brought them to Nigeria. People from Nigeria come in and go and like most of these people from Nigeria, they are building a pipeline to Nigeria. They are building a
Welcome,
pipeline to
welcome,
Nigeria. They are
welcome,
building those
welcome,
Nigeria.
welcome.
They are
Thank you
they
for
are the
joining.
This is
As
Biafra
you
land.
join the
We don't
program,
have
like
the
and share. As you join the program, like and share. Share to other platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to your neighbors so that they can join us. Don't watch alone. Invite somebody to join us on this program. We are here to make a difference. And we will continue to do so. Thank you for joining. Share the program as you join. Because share the program. Invite somebody to join us. We must continue to spread this gospel no matter how hard it is. No matter what the enemy say or they do, we will continue. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We must continue to preach this gospel, and others can join us later. We must continue. We cannot be wasting time here. So I appreciate everyone that have connected. As I said before, remember, this is an interactive section. You can make your comment on the comment section, ask your questions, and whatever you have to contribute, do that on the comment section. You are highly welcome. So, this morning we are going to be speaking on a very important topic. And you must have seen the topic there, which says, who is really protecting the East? When I say the East, I mean Biafra land. Who is really protecting Biafra land as we speak? Have you ever sat down with everything that is happening today? Have you ever sat down and asked yourself and say, who is protecting the East? Who is protecting the Southeast? More especially Biafra land. Who is protecting it? When you see what is happening in the North today, the way the terrorists are being emboldened, the kind of support the terrorists are getting from the federal government, from Nigerian government against our people, have you sat down and asked yourself, who is protecting these people? Have you ever asked such question? Have you ever taken time to ask and say, who is protecting Biafra land as we speak? Who is protecting Biafra land? With all the attack that is coming from right, left, and center, with everything that we are seeing that is happening today, with the way the terrorists are being emboldened, have you ever sat down and asked yourself, who is going to defend us today if something happens? If Biafra land is being invaded, who is going to protect us? We are now as much more vulnerable than we have ever been. Very, very vulnerable. Biafra land today is very vulnerable, and there's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. But the question you should be asking yourself is, who is really protecting Biafra land today? The truth will shock you when you find out. Are Biafrans ready this time? Are Biafran people ready? Are we ready? Are we ready for what is coming? Have you ever sat down to think about that? How prepared are we for what is coming, because there is nothing you can do about it. It has come, and something is going to happen. It doesn't matter whether you agree or you don't. It doesn't matter whether you join the struggle or not. It doesn't matter whether you are talking about agitation or not. What is coming is heavy. And I bet you, if care is not taken, if care is not taken, you cannot survive what is coming. Only by the grace of Chukwu Kabiam will anybody survive what is coming. I don't know how people think about these issues, but sometimes the issue of Biafra land gives me sleepless nights. And that is why we have come with this topic that we want to discuss today. A wake-up call to Biafrans, awareness, unity, preparedness. That is what this program today is all about. It's a wake-up call to all Biafrans. It's a creation of awareness, a call for unity and preparedness for what is coming. It is heavy. It is heavy, but I want to ask you, how prepared are you? You must get yourself prepared. Because what is coming is uncontrollable. It doesn't matter how you feel or what you think. It doesn't matter the game you're playing or how you want to play it. What is coming is heavy and it's going to affect everybody. That is why every one of us must go to work. Go to work and begin to prepare for what is coming ahead. Well, I welcome everyone that have joined us so far, and those that are going to join later. Those who are watching now are the people who are going to watch this video later. I welcome every one of you. Great people of Biafra. I welcome every one of you, lovers of freedom all over the world. We have come on another day of broadcast. Another day of conversation, exchanging views and encouraging each other. Today, it is a wake-up call. Today's program is a wake-up call. A wake-up call to every son and daughter of Biafra, wherever you may be. A wake-up call to every Igbo man and woman, wherever you may be, because the most endangered people in that contraction called Nigeria is the Igbos. That is why most time when we make our program, we specify on them. We mention Igbos because they are the most persecuted, most endangered in Nigeria. A wake-up call to every Igbo man and woman. A wake-up call to those at home and those in the diaspora. Some of us in the diaspora, you feel because you are in the diaspora that it doesn't concern you. Some of you don't pay attention simply because you feel you have escaped. But I bet you have not. Because every single one of us living in diaspora still have a family back there at home. You have a relation. Even if all your immediate families are outside, you still have a relation. Whom when it affects, it will affect you. You still have extended family. Whom when it affects, they will call on you. This is a wake-up call for those at home and those in diaspora. Because the question we must ask ourselves this morning is simple. Are we truly prepared for what may come? Are we truly prepared for what may come? Are we truly prepared for what may come? How prepared are you? We are living in a certain times where information is everywhere, yet clarity is scarce. A very interesting period. Information is everywhere. If you look at your left, your right, Everywhere you turn, you see information. Yet, clarity is scarce. Every single information you are getting, many are not clear. There's no clarity. Nke a ihe a na-akpọ inwe nkwa wee na-akwara aka n'obi. Ị nwere nkwa na-akwa aka n'obi. There is information everywhere, but yet clarity is scarce. That is different. It's not about information. The problem now is not information, where to get it or how to get it. Information is everywhere. But the major problem is clarity. Clarity is very scarce. And that is why I have always advocated for people to pay attention to clarity in everything you hear or in everything you see. Pay attention to clarity. It is not enough to just sit back and shout all hail Biafra. It is not enough to come and sit and expect Biafra to come in a platter of gold. It is not enough to just sit down and tell Biafran people, oh, we have now gotten our Biafra. We are looking for this or that. No. We have to do more. Clarity is scarce. And that is why we are here. Times where fear can spread faster than truth. We are in a time that fear can spread faster than truth. And where silence can be more dangerous than noise. That is the time we are in. A very sensitive and critical time. There are growing concerns about security. Every single day, the breakdown of security increases. Every day. There are questions about structures. There are concerns about leadership, coordination, and direction. And in a moment like this, history teaches us one thing. In a moment like this one, history teaches us one thing. A people that are not mentally and strategically prepared can easily be caught off guard. Did you hear that? A people that are not mentally and strategically prepared, mental preparedness, strategical preparedness is what we need now more than ever. We need it as Biafrans. We need it now more than ever. Because if you don't have mental preparedness, strategical preparedness, you can easily be caught off guard. You can easily be caught off guard. And that is what is going on today. That is why it is important that we look into our mental preparedness. We must be mentally prepared and strategically prepared against our enemies, against all the attack they are throwing, and they are going to throw, because if you think it is all over, sorry, you are deceiving yourself. The battle for freedom of the Biafran has just begun. It has just begun. If you think it's all over, you better think again. We must never forget where we are coming from. History is not just something we read. History is something we must learn from. Every one of us. History is not something we read. It is something we must learn from. There was a time when our people were unprepared for the scale of what they faced. Just like in 1967, we were not prepared. We were not prepared for what came upon us. Even our eternal Dim Odumogojuku never expected that Nigeria would bring war upon us. They never believed it. So we were completely unprepared. There was a time when signals were ignored. There was a time when division weakened collective strength. We must not forget. We must not forget. And today, we must ask ourselves honestly, wherever you are, we must ask ourselves and answer an honest question. Have we learned enough from the past? Because history has a way of repeating itself, especially when people refuse to pay attention. Have we learned enough from the past? This question goes to the Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. Have we learned enough from the past? The answer is no, we have not. Because if we have, what is happening today in Biafra land will not happen. The rate of sabotage in Biafra land today will not be happening. But because we have not learned our lesson from the past. That is why the sabotage in Igbo land has increased more than ever. Sabotage have increased. We cannot have this conversation without acknowledging the individuals who have stood at the forefront of this movement. We cannot stop acknowledging Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. It doesn't matter what you think, like them, hate them. There is no way we can move forward without acknowledging them. Someone like Nnamdi Kanu, a symbol of resistance, a voice that awakened millions. A voice that awakened millions of lives. We can never forget him. We cannot afford to forget him. And also, Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra, a figure whose action and word continues to generate conversation across the movement. Simon Ekpa, you and I know what he did. You can continue to deny the actions of Simon, the effect of what he did, but I bet you it is only an enemy that will write the history of Biafra today and omit Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. He did a great job. Whether you agree with every strategy or not, one thing is clear. The struggle has demanded sacrifice. Whether you agree with every strategy or not, one thing is very clear, very, very clear. The struggle of Biafra has demanded sacrifice. And the bigger question now is, what does that sacrifice mean for ordinary Biafran today? You that is watching me, what does that sacrifice for Biafra mean for you? What does the sacrifice mean for ordinary Biafrans? That question deserves an answer. And you alone can answer it within yourself. The current reality check we see today is that we must focus on the reality and the truth. And let us speak honestly. We must continue to speak honestly, regardless our differences. There are concerns that structure that once gave people confidence are no longer as strong as they used to be. There are concerns across the board that structure that once gave us, the Biafran people, confidence are no longer as strong as they used to be. A lot has happened in this short time that people fail to pay attention. There are concerns about coordination. There are concerns about communication. These are concerns that every genuine Biafran must look towards and wish is being addressed as quick as possible. The coordination among us this time is zero. We are not coordinated. And our communication is very poor. And when structures appear weak, people begin to feel uncertain. The weakness of the structure of Nigeria is affecting the Biafran struggle too. When structure appear weak, people begin to feel uncertain. Uncertainty is not the end, it is the signal. It is important to pay attention. Uncertainty is not the end, it is the signal. And this is a fact that you must know. No matter how bad it is, uncertainty is not the end, it is a signal. A signal that tells us it is time to become more aware. The signal we are seeing today, right, left, and center, everywhere around us, is a signal that tells us it is time to become more aware. A signal that tells us it is time to become more united. A signal that tells us it is time to think differently. This is that time. It's long overdue. With everything that is happening today, in the contraption, in this agitation, it is a signal. And every one of us must pay attention to that signal, or else we are going to pay a heavy price. The first level of preparedness is not physical. The first level of preparedness in our quest for freedom every one of us must be careful. The first level of preparedness is not physical. It is mental. We must be mentally prepared, because they are going to try to drain us mentally with their psychological propagandas. A lot is going to come, so we must prepare. You must be aware of your environment. Every one of us in Biafra land, in diaspora, more especially in Biafra land, you must be aware of your environment. It is no longer business as usual. You must be aware of information, the right information. You must be able to separate truth from exaggeration. You must be able to separate truth from exaggeration. Every single thing I say here are facts. And if you put them into practice, it is going to save you a lot of trouble. Yes, It's going to save you a lot of trouble. Because not everything you hear is accurate. Most figures that they give you, most things you hear are not accurate. And not everything you see tells the full story. Not everything you see tells the full story. The wise people are not really shaken. Wise people, they are not easily shaken. Today you are Mr. Obi, and the next day you are something else. The wise people are not easily shaken because they take time to understand before they react. A wise people are not easily shaken because they take time to understand before they react. That is a fact. One of the defense we can give to ourselves at this point in time, one of the defense we can give to ourselves at this point in time is unity, making sure that we are united. If we are united, our defense is going to be strong and stronger than you can ever imagine. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, we must continue to air our opinion and air it every day. Division is more dangerous than any external pressure. When we fight ourselves, when we insult each other, when we refuse to listen to one another, we are digging the work of weakening our own foundation. Yes. When we refuse to listen to one another, we are digging the work. We are doing the work of weakening our own foundation. Will you like our foundation to be weakened? Will you want our foundation to be weakened? I'm asking you. But when we stand together, when we speak with one voice, then we act with one people. A lot has happened, and more is going to happen in days to come. We must pay attention. We must grow and become stronger than the challenges that is coming. We need response. And there must be preparedness. Preparedness does not mean panic. When we say prepare, we don't mean panic. Preparedness means being informed, being alert, being connected to your community, being supporting one another and thinking ahead. That is what it means by preparedness. When we say get prepared, we want you to be informed, want you to be alert, want you to get in touch with the community, and we will continue to do what we have to do to make sure that things goes the way it has to go. No matter the propaganda, the blackmail, don't allow it to get you.
Supporting evil will be seen the more your life, the more your daughters will be adopted, the more your sons will stronger the truth. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely. Because one idiot that the group will rise up and say, no, it's one Nigeria. There is crime everywhere.
The more you support evil, the more things will be hard for you. The more you support evil, the more you are digging your own grave. the more you support evil, the more you are enslaving yourself. It doesn't matter what happens. Anytime you support evil, evil is going to be waiting for you. It means parents being more cautious. When we say preparedness, when we shout and say, be prepared, get ready, get ready, it means cautious. It's not just about saying it. When we say preparedness, you must be informed, must be at alert, you must be connected to your community, support one another, thinking ahead. You must think ahead. That is the preparedness. I pray that Chukwu Okukabia will show us a way out of this calamity that is coming. If you don't see it, look at the northern part of Nigeria, look at Plateau, you will understand. I saw some of them, the terrorists who were rescued, who were exposed by the Wanted, how they were concealed in a trailer, and they're coming for their operation, well armed. Well armed. It is important we wake up before it is too late. We must wake up before it's too late. My people, wherever you are watching us from, listen carefully. There is not the time to sleep. This is not the time for you to go to bed. It is not the time to sleep. Even though you are sleepy, even though you are exhausted, even though you feel like taking a break, this is not the time for sleep. This is not the time to ignore. You don't ignore anything. This is not the time to say, it does not concern me. It will concern you. It is going to concern you. Because history shows that when people happen, they affect others. When people happen, they affect others. Those are the truths that you must pay attention to. Because history shows that when things happen, they affect everyone. So today I ask you, we will wait until it is too late, or we will become aware, united, and prepared. Should we wait until it is too late? It's a question. Should we keep waiting, wait until it is too late? Or should we become aware now, united, and prepared for what is coming? Because something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. The preparedness is already going on. Something is going to happen. How prepared are you? I have been saying this, asking this question. Nobody's answering. How prepared are you? I pray that Chukwu Okukabia will fight this battle for us, because at this time, at this point in time, it is no longer by power, not by talking, not by your propaganda, your blackmail, not by crying and complaining. It is time for action. And every one of us have to put our foot down to engage in this battle. I don't know how you see what is coming. I see danger. Why I am worried is that today, have you ever asked yourself, who is defending Biafra land today? What defense do you have? If the Janjaweed decide to invade Biafra land today, who is going to defend Biafra land? They have done everything they can to weaken our defense. Nigerian government have done everything. They have unleashed all their military to weaken the defense of Biafrans. Something that other region and tribe were jealous of. Something that other tribes saw and they were jealous. Today they have destroyed it. And they destroyed it using the same people who were meant to be protected. You can imagine with all the havoc that the jihadist terrorists, Fulani terrorists are causing in the northern part of Nigeria. You will never hear outrage from their lawmakers or governor. You never hear the governor calling the military to come and invade. In the northern part of Nigeria, that is very, that has almost been taken over. Up to the extent that today, a governor cannot come out in the public openly and speak. They are all afraid of attack. You see the governor of Plateau State, for him to come and speak to the people, he has to come in an armor tank. He had to come without. That means he himself is afraid. If the chief security of the state is not protected, is it you? Is it me that will be protected? When I see all these things, I get worried. I get very, very worried because I know where it's going to head to. One of the joy I had was the ESN. When Nnamdi Kanu launched the ESN, it gave hope and life to the Biafran people. ESN were not launched for war. They were not there to attack the innocents. They were there only strictly for the jihadists who come through the forest and pretend that they are headers. We know they are not headers. This pretense of being headers have been there for so very long time. They have played that game of headers for a very long time. But today, that game doesn't work anymore. It doesn't hold water anymore because people have known the truth. People have known the truth. So it depends on you. If you decide to continue to believe lies, good luck. It is up to you. Every one of us that have joined this platform, please like and share the program to other people so that they can join us. We are in a time of awareness. We have gotten to the stage where it is not by might, it is not by power, but by the grace of Chukwu Kabiam that we will go through. Because if anything happens in Biafra land today, nobody is going to defend you. Nobody is going to come for you. Nobody is going to stand for you. So it is important you know that. And that is why every time I come here, I call out every Biafran to make sure they pay attention to unity of purpose. It is long overdue. It is long overdue. It is time for us to come together and do what we have to do to make sure that the land is protected by all means necessary. My fellow Biafrans, I don't know how you feel when you see what is happening in northern Nigeria today. More especially what happened in Plateau State. When you look at the report that is coming from Plateau State, how do you feel? What do you think? Do you think that anything is going to change? Do you think there is hope anywhere? There is no hope. If anybody tells you there's a hope, there is no hope. No hope anywhere. And that is the reality that people are afraid to confront. The reality that people are afraid to confront. But somehow, you are being tricked to believe that something is happening or something is going to be done. There's nothing wrong in building your faith. There's nothing wrong in hanging on there. But I bet you, we must not deceive ourselves. We must not deceive ourselves. We must use this opportunity that we have to defend ourselves. But unfortunately, nobody is ready to do anything. The only assignment some of them have today is to discredit Mazen Nnamdi. And it will never be well with them. More especially the woman that called herself Lord of Neka. It will never, ever be well with her. We are not stupid. We are not fools. Whoever is bankrolling her, that is making her lose her conscience, that have made her to lose her conscience, she will definitely pay the price for what she's doing today against Biafra. And I don't know why people do not understand. This woman tells you she is not a member of IPOB. She is not even part of the Biafra struggle. She's pursuing her so-called Igbo cause. But at the same time, she wants to come and dictate to you what happens in IPOB, what happens in the Biafra struggle. Something she knows nothing about. You're welcome, my brother Obonna Joko. Thank you so much for joining, my brother Obonna. I appreciate you. I also see my brother Gerard is there, always there. Thank you, my brother Gerard. I can see you there. So, one of the assignments we have now is to make sure we defend the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. When Mazi Simon Ekpa was with us, that was one of the assignments he took. You can never push anything against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa will sit and keep silent. Never. Never, ever. There's no way you can plan anything against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or speak ill of him and Mazi Simon will spare you. No, he will not. But today he is not here. So it is we that are around that will take up that mantle and fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa himself. Every platform today Go and check them what they are doing. Those who claim to be fighting for Biafra struggle, those who claim that they are fighting for Biafra freedom, go and check them what they are doing. God have mercy. Some of them, when I listen to what they say in their mouth, I begin to wonder. I begin to wonder. When I listen to what some people say, I now understand why in the Bible it was said that the heart of men are evil. The heart of men are evil. This was a man who made sacrifice, lost his parents, got life sentence because of you. And the only remorse you can have, the only thank you can tell him is to castigate him, to destroy his name, attack his family, attack his lawyers. And when you look at the idiots that are attacking Mazin Nnamdi, these are people who have not even made impact in their own life, let alone making impact in another man's life. The idiots that is attacking Mazin Simon Ekpa, people who have not made an impact in their own life, let alone making impact in somebody else's life. But as you know, even if Satan opens a platform today, there will be followers. Even if the devil himself opens a platform today, there will be followers. Even the devil will have more followers than the angels. In terms of followership, the devil enjoy more crowd. One of the joy I have today is the confessions I'm hearing from those idiots. Those who joined the enemies to attack Mazi Simon Ekpa. Thank you so much, Pauline. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Pauline. Thank you so much. We must continue no matter how difficult it is. They have hijacked our main platform, so we are trying to build this one again. We are trying as much as possible to build this so that we can be able to be reaching the audience we are supposed to reach. So everyone, once you join, please like the program and you share. Immediately you join us, you like the program and share it in any platform where you are. That was how we built the first one. I have built not less than 5 platforms that was taken down. I have built not less than 5 platforms, suspended, taken down, erased. But I never give up. I never give up. I'm not moved by crowd. I will not come on live now and say, okay, let me begin to talk in this way so that I will attract crowd. No. That was not why I opened a platform for Biafra. If I want to open a platform for jokes, I will go and open a platform for jokes. If I want to open a platform for propaganda, it's a different. But this platform I'm running, it is strictly a Biafra activist. Anything that has to do with Biafra. Following the real foundation led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no other foundation you can lay. No other foundation you will lay, I will stand. Except that have been laid already. A foundation that started from our eternal leader, Dim Odimegwu. After Dim Odimegwu laid the foundation, he fought for 3 good years. 3 good years. And after the war of 3 years, they came out and said, no victor, no vanquish. For some of them who will come and claim that Biafra is defeated, tell them, we were not defeated in the war. It doesn't matter how you feel it. We know we lost. We lost a lot. We lost, but we did not surrender. We did not surrender in the war. We didn't surrender. If anybody is telling you that Biafra surrendered during the war, tell that person that he's an agent of Satan, because the Biafran people never surrendered during the war. We never surrendered. We never, ever surrendered. That was why Biafrans, many Biafrans, were still holding on to what they had, their weapons. There were no captives. There were no captives anyway. None. The war was fought. And they deceived our people. In as much as we know, there was pressure. I'm not telling you that the Biafra were enjoying or they were winning or what. There was a pressure through the blockade that they put. There was a heavy pressure. Very heavy pressure. There was a heavy pressure, which was pushed forward by the British. The pressure that was coming from the British through the starvation that they placed on the Biafran people. They starved our children. They starved our mothers. They starved our soldiers. I played a video here where a soldier was making a testimony of what happened during the Civil War. That our soldiers had no food to eat. During the Civil War, they had nothing. They were being fed by the Biafran people themselves in areas where they were fighting. They were fed by the Biafran people themselves. It is sad. But here are we today. The only thing we are saying now is that Ozemena. And the Ozemena is not just that you say Ozemena and you go to sleep. Ozemena, you must tighten up your belt. Tighten your belt. So it's not just say Ozemena and it's all good. No. 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 You say Ozemena and you go to work. We must not allow that to happen. We must not allow it to happen again. Wherever you are as a Biafran, we are in a very terrible time. We are in a very terrible and sensitive time. And we must be very careful with what we do and how we do them. We must be very careful. That is why we are asking. The major question I'm asking today is, who is protecting Biafra land now? Who is defending Biafra land? If peradventure the terrorists decide to invade us today, who is protecting us? Nigeria has tried everything they can to destabilize our defense. Nigeria has destroyed our defense. They knew. It's only we Biafran that don't even know the effect of our defense. We don't know the effect of what we had before. Many of us Biafran, we don't know the importance of what we had. Right from when we had the ESN, We don't know the importance of what we had. That was why we fell asleep and we allowed them to take out the ESN. And Mazi Simon Ekpa came on board, recovered many of them, get many of them, convinced them, and they began to work with him. And he now equipped them and transformed them into an army. And they became the army of Biafra. Even as they became the army of Biafra, the ESN Mazi Nnamdi created was transformed into the army of Biafra. So many of us didn't even know what we had. We don't know their importance. That was why it was easy for us to push them aside, for us to abuse them, insult them, reject them, because we don't know the importance. Something that people are jealous of. Plateau State today, the north, the middle belt, they were jealous of what we had. Even the southwest, we are jealous. It was because of our defense. That was what gave the southwest the morale to form Amoteku. Today, southwest have Amoteku to protect them. What do you have in Biafra land? I saw a video from southwest where the Amoteku captured the Fulanis who were being transported with the Dangote trailer. They were taking them to Ondo State. Well armed terrorists in a trailer transported through the road. And you know, Nigeria, a Fulani man has an express movement in the road. Even at the checkpoint, the only person the police will stop and harass in checkpoint is an Igbo man. Once you are from the southeast, if you are from the southeast, they will double check you in every checkpoint. But a Fulani man will have an easy pass. Fulanis will always have an easy pass. But a Biafran, more especially an Igbo man, in every checkpoint, they will check you. They will strip you naked before you cross a checkpoint. They will strip you completely naked. And that is the situation today. Dangote trailer was transporting terrorists to Ondo State. Do you know the people that saw them? Amoteku. They crossed many police checkpoints. You can imagine from all the way from the north to the southwest until in Ondo State before they intercepted them. They were loaded in trailer, covered, and they were armed. If they decide to make this move to Biafra land, who is going to stop them? Tell me. Is it Hope Uzodimma? Is it Hope Uzodimma Ebubago that has terrorists among them? Or Soludo Ebuebusu that has Fulanis among them? Are they the one that are going to stop them? That is some question you ask yourself. Who is really protecting Biafra land today? Who? Even as we speak, it has gotten to the extent today that nobody is even giving the record of the deaths in Biafra land. You know, finally, they use the law on Nebusu to deceive you. When she was before reporting the issue of the massacre in Biafra land, every one of us was happy. We thought she knew what she was doing. When we were seeing law on Nokwa, every time she come online, she'll be talking about how many times have you seen her now giving the report of the invasion of Biafra? Has the invasion stopped? That is what he asked. Has that invasion stopped? Why is she no longer talking about it? Because the only reason she was speaking about it was to win your heart. And she succeeded in winning your heart, including mine was one. But trust me, You can win my heart when you do something that is good, but as soon as you deviate, you lose it. You can win me over. The only way to win me over, to embrace you even when everybody hates you, is by doing the right thing. Doing something that supports the restoration of Biafra. Something that promotes the cause of Biafra. I can see my brother Kochuk here. Welcome, bro. Kochuk, thank you so much for joining. That is the only time. Apart from that, there is no other thing you can do to make me promote you or talk about you. So when that woman, was reporting about the atrocities of Nigerian government, mainly their military in Biafra land, we were all happy. We appreciated her because there was nobody. The Nigerian media would not report it. But we didn't know that she was using that to find favor. Now that she has gotten favor, she starts her main job. And that is why I repeat again, there is nobody fighting for freedom, no freedom fighter that remains in Nigeria. You are in Nigeria and you say you're fighting for freedom. I don't trust you. They can't be trusted. More especially, an Igbo person fighting against Nigerian government and you are in Nigeria peacefully. There is no arrest. They don't do anything about you. They leave you. You confront them. You go to court. You confront them, and they don't say anything about you. That's the red flag. It's a red flag. A very big red flag. So when I see that law on Ekpa, you see how she was jumping in the court. See how she was attacking the government. She come on national TV, she talk and talk, just like Gumi used to talk. She talks like a Gumi, and nobody attacks her. Nobody talks to her. Now, you see our suspicion is very clear. I have said it, that in Nigeria, there is no single activist in Nigeria. Not one. There is no activist in Nigeria. Not one. There is none. Anybody that is telling you that there is somebody is an activist, that it is a lie from the pit of hell. These are a bunch of betrayers and pretenders working for the government, looking for fame. Content creators looking for fame. We know there is hardship in Nigeria. We know there is hardship. People are facing terrible time. So social media have created an opportunity for everybody to at least have one or two things. There's nothing bad in it. There's nothing bad in what social media did. It gave people opportunity to make. There's nothing bad in it. But when you do something that is right, you can still get that fame. Why is it that people cannot do it right and get the fame? Unfortunately, it is the negativity that gave people more fame than positivity. When you do something positive, people hardly pay attention. But when you begin to come on a negative tone, controversial things, lies, propaganda, you see people jumping on your ship. And if you are not mentally stable, if you are not mentally sound, they will push you to go to a direction that, if care is not taken, you will never recover. You will never, ever recover. That's a direction that woman has gone now. Lord Nega. And I bet you she will receive a curse from Mazen Nnamdi, and she will never survive that curse. A woman that came out, you are not a member of IPOB. Why are you challenging the authority of Mazen Nnamdi? You have come, you lie on several occasions. You lie against the disciple of Mazen Nnamdi, Simon Ekpa and Joko. When I was watching her program on VOP that day, I was so mad what that woman was vomiting in her mouth. And they have paid that platform, that VOP, they paid that platform that she always come there to push her propaganda and blackmail against Mazen Nnamdi. Sponsored, she's been sponsored to always spread that lies in that very platform. Exactly. You're right, my brother Kochux. If you are standing on the truth, Nigeria will definitely come after you. They will come after you. But anytime they leave you, you are talking, they don't listen to you. We know it is a game. They plant you to use you for what? Just like there are many of them in Nigeria, just like the one they call Very Dark Man. That one they call Very Dark Man. These are people that government are reserving for their own mission. They reserve them for a particular mission. So anything they do, they turn a blind eye as if they're not seeing them. So that people will gain trust on them. Once people gain trust on such individuals, they say, oh, it is this one. When he talk, government will hear. When he talk. When the time comes, when they will use that person, you will not believe what will happen. And before you realize it, it is already too late. That is how they do the money. Every single one of them. There are many of them. Look at this law maker. Look at Very Dark Man. And so many of them. They will be like untouchable. When they talk, no matter what they say, nobody comes after them. No matter what they say. People, the same thing is this one they call Udele. The same thing Udele is doing. They are on the same way Udele. Udele assignment is against the Biafra. You can imagine Udele that come on platform and abuse our eternal leader, Dim Odemegojukwu. Abuse Dim Odemegojukwu. Abuse everything that has to do with the entire Igbo land. And nobody says anything. Nobody confronts him. At a time, there was a general, one general that he was insulting, abusing a general. Nnamdi brother, who was a brigadier general. He was abusing Nnamdi brother. And they turn a blind eye and say they're not saying because they are using him for a mission. The only thing they do is that when you start like that, they will allow you so that people will gain trust. They will reserve you for that evil work. The same thing is what they are using Very Dark Man to do. Today, you see him going to report Sokoto. You see him going to report Plateau State. Report. But there is a mission. The major mission he has. The only thing you need to do is to pay attention. Just watch closely. Exactly. Nonsonkwa too. I agree with you. Nonsonkwa. Nonsonkwa cannot be trusted. Anybody that trusts him is wasting time. Thank you, my brother. There are many of them. There is one again in Anambra State. I've forgotten that the name of that is TV that was supporting Soludo supporter in Anambra State. No matter what these people say, no matter what they do, nobody arrests them, nobody carry them. They are on contract. The only thing you need to wait and see when there is something to do, they will give them. They will be the one to be in the front line to pioneer it. Any attack against the Biafran people, the people in the front line are all those content creators from Biafra land that you see them as untouchable. You see them as if they have a voice. They are the ones that government will put in front. Even they are the ones that will first of all start the attack. And because they have followership, some idiots will believe in what they are saying. Some idiots will tend to believe what they are saying. They will believe them because of the majority they have. But if you are a Biafran, you must always identify these people. We use them also. The same way government is using them, we will use them when necessary. And when they begin their audible work, we call them out immediately. When they are doing the right one, we can use their content. We use their content to promote our cause of Biafra. But anytime they shift, we start their audible work, we call them out and expose them immediately. Just like this in Nokwa. This law on Nokwa. Go and check all her program. The people that are sharing her program today and sharing her are the people that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have distanced himself from. Ask yourself why. Why is it that this woman, the only people that she loves today, that she's promoting, that are promoting her, sharing her program, are the people that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have distanced himself from? Why is it so? Go and check. Today, the DOS that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have abandoned, they are the ones that are sharing her program, cutting her program to make their own content. But those of them who has now opened their heart and realized, the people that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, someone said, there was one video Mazen made, he made him talk. When Mazen was fighting this idiot, telling Biafrans, don't listen to these DOS. They are evil. They are after Mazen Nnamdi Kanu legacy. They want to destroy everything that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu built. Mazen was shouting every day on his platform. Every day, shouting and shouting. They want to destroy what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have built. Don't listen to them. Don't follow them. Some of you did not believe. Some of you thought it was content. Those people who did not listen then today, go and see them. They are joining to confess. I see our brother Osoji. Osoji was with Mazi Simon Ekpa at a point in time. He was coming to a program of Mazi Simon Ekpa. He speaks in that platform. Every one of us, we come to that platform, we make contribution. Osoji was coming there constantly. And they bought him over. They hijacked him and bought him over. Today, go and look at him. He's confessing. He is the one today confessing that Mazi Simon Ekpa was ready to work with DOS then. That Mazi Simon Ekpa was working with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and even the DOS. Until the DOS begin to misbehave and refuse to obey the order of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was the DOS, more especially Chinasa Moshi. It was Chinasa Moshi that was the one who championed the attack against Mazi Simon Ekpa. He was even saying that even Chikedo Ziemu was very willing and pleased to work with Mazi Simon Ekpa. But it was Chinasa Moshi that refused and made them to reject Mazi Simon Ekpa and continue to fight him. Went ahead to recruit people from different angles against Mazi Simon Ekpa. But I bet you they met their match. Mazi Simon Ekpa fought that battle and bring them to a standstill. And the day Mazi Simon Ekpa pronounced and said they are gone, they were gone completely. When Mazi Simon Ekpa was here, do you see anyone of them talk? Do they come online? Who knows them? Who knows them? That was why they went and matched themselves with Nigerian government completely. The Department of Sabotua, they went and matched themselves together. They matched themselves with Nigerian government and attacked Mazi Simon Ekpa. They matched themselves with Ohaneze Ndohi Nandano, the governors, the senators, the Janjaweed Caliphate, the DOS. Every one of them came together and all of them swore an oath to bring Mazi Simon Ekpa down. You can imagine that this Department of Sabotua sent people to go and testify against Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. Koro. What other evil can be worse than that? This idiot, they went to Finland to testify against Mazi Simon. Something Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never, ever support. I have challenged everybody. I challenge everybody that is under this struggle, or those who are watching us. If you see any video or any write-up where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, Simon Ekpa, stop doing this, or Simon Ekpa is this or that. If you see any video where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was castigating Mazi Simon, bring it. Once you bring it, I will stop broadcasting Biafra program. If I see it, I will stop broadcasting Biafra program. video, show me video evidence. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu had numerous opportunity to speak. We saw him when he come to court. You speak to press. Even at a point in time, when they were interviewing him, somebody mentioned Mazi Simon Ekpa, and he shunned that person. Don't call that name again. He shunned the person in an interview. Somebody, and that was the members of DOS. That was the time Iken Guru challenged Mazi Nnamdi and said that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not come out and condemn Mazi Simon Ekpa, that he will begin to fight Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. On that court day, somebody came and was asked, when they were interviewing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, asked, mention Mazi Simon Ekpa. And he was told not to mention that name. Some of you that didn't enter the struggle on time, did you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent a memo through Ifeanyi Ejiofor? Ifeanyi Ejiofor, this criminal that Nneka is promoting today. Ifeanyi Ejiofor did not tell Lolo Nneka that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sending message to Mazi Simon Ekpa through Ifeanyi Ejiofor. She didn't know that. Ifeanyi Ejiofor did not tell Lolo Nneka that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent a message through him to Mazi Simon Ekpa. And what was the message? Do not interrupt in anything that Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing. Focus on your own job. Don't attack him. Let him be. That was the instruction. Do not interfere in anything that Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing. That was the order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu while he was inside. Ifeanyi Ejiofor did not tell Lolo Nneka that. And yet that woman will have the gut. Anytime she has time, she begins to insult Mazi Simon Ekpa. Begin to call him names. Begin to denigrate him. Because that is what she was paid to do. Because that is her mission. They knew that Mazi Simon was the one that busted them. It was Mazi Simon that revealed the evil eye of Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Revealed the evil eye of Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Called him out and began to warn Mazi Nnamdi Kanu about him. And it took some months for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to see things for himself, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not somebody who just come and tell him this person did this and he'll tell. No. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just a leader, he is our spiritual leader, the supreme leader of IPOB. He is a man that is spiritual. He hears from Chukwu Okabiamatu. So when that information came, he didn't just take action. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not just take action. It took him months before he finally concluded and ended the reign of Ifeanyi Ejiofor and removed that eye of Nigerian government that was in IPOB manipulating. And when that eye was removed, everywhere became clear. Today, they are this. You see the evil. You see, I can't understand. They are still parading that man as their land. And when that idiot will talk, that Lolo Nneka will talk, she will say, they say he was sacked. Who said? It is not they say. This is a man that the supreme leader of IPOB have sacked. His sacking was not a secret. It wasn't a secret. The sacking of Ifeanyi Ejiofor was not a secret. And since then, they have lost the eye into Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At a point in time, they also tried to hijack Aloy Ejimako. Some of you can remember. They tried to hijack Aloy Ejimako. They tried to use Aloy Ejimako against our prime minister. There was a time they tried to do that. And trust our prime minister, the ego eye. He called him out. He called him out and warned him. Warn him seriously. Because Simon Ekpa is that if you do good, they will praise you. Any day you fuck up, they will treat you fuck up. And that is it. There's nothing like no permanent enemy and no permanent friend. No permanent enemy and no permanent friend. You do good, they praise you. You do bad, flog you. At a time, they hijacked Aloy Ejimako. During the time of their trying to stop the sit at home and all that. Different kinds of manipulation, different time. With all this thing that happened, somebody will still come and begin to castigate our prime minister and begin to talk down on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, what crime has Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed? To these people that are fighting him today, the only crime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed was that he saw a man who was willing to fight for Biafra, and he opened his hand and said, "Welcome." It's not like today. Today, when people see you that you can do something better than them, they become jealous. Today, when people see in this Biafra struggle, once you begin to do something better than people, the only thing they will go underground and begin to castigate you, begin to lie against you, propaganda. And that is the work of the DOS right from time. Blackmail. Do you know how many important personalities that have come close to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu get Biafra? Do you know how many important personalities that have come close to work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? But they were all blackmailed by this DOS. By China Samuel, they blackmail you. And when we talk about it, it is now they begin to confess. You see, those people who they were using before to attack Mazi Samuel, they are confessing. With their mouth, they say that what you do is blackmail people. I see many of them. I see many of them today, their program they are doing. I watch them, I see their program, see their confession. And they are talking to it. I say, confess. They say the only thing we do that time, we help you to blackmail somebody. You know how to blackmail. Every time you blackmail people, every time. But when they were blackmailing Mazi Samuel, they were out there watching. They were out there watching. When they were blackmailing Mazi Samuel, they were all there watching. They didn't do anything. They didn't say anything. They didn't make any contribution. They didn't say a word. But today now, Osetigo, you help them to destroy somebody who is going to fight for you. Now that the fight has come, who is going to, and that is why. I think there's one Igbo adage which says that when you kill, is it when you kill a native doctor? That's the way they make that adage. That's onye buru dibia should remember that he that kills a native doctor should remember that his enemies have not finished. I've forgotten how they make that adage in Igbo language. You join them to remove Mazi Samuel Ekpa, who was keeping the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A man you know they couldn't stand. 50 men in one. They fought him for good 4 years. They could not be able to subdue him. Even though they were holding the biggest platform, Biafra biggest platform. They were holding the Biafra biggest platform. He built a platform and he stood them for good 4 years. They couldn't bring him down. But you joined them to shut down that power. You joined them to fight against Mazi Simon Ekpa. To bring down the legacy. You thought, Mazi Simon Ekpa said it all the time. That is not me. They are not fighting me. It is not me. It is you. And when he says it, you wouldn't understand. In one of his broadcasts, someone can say, what they are trying to do is to take me away from the picture. They want to take me away from the picture in order to get to you. But they didn't understand. Today, you have helped them to remove Mazi Simon Ekpa. Today, he's in Finland detention. He's been detained in Finland, waiting for his appeal for the 6-year sentence that was given to him. And now, finally, you realize yourself. And there is a war now going on. How many of you have the courage now to fight that war and win it? You see how the DOS is boasting in their program. You see how they are boasting. Even when their program is empty, there is no word, there is no truth, there is no word of courage, there is no strength in their, no defense in their word. And yet, how many of them can stand there? You remove the man. I can imagine what would have happened if Mazi Simon was around today. Only one broadcast, they would disappear. One broadcast alone, one broadcast, they will all disappear. Not more than one. One broadcast. Who are they? Is it not these people I see? They will disappear. But look at what they are doing. Now they are recruiting different people. I see them many. I see many of them. One of them was in his platform. He was saying, the only thing he was saying in his platform, that Mazi Nnamdi has another wife. Mazi Nnamdi has another child outside marriage. He has a child outside marriage. He has another wife. And I look at this idiot. So this is the only thing you have on your platform to come and speak. Our tradition permits a man to marry more than one wife, in case you don't know. And whatever Mazi Nnamdi have done is in his private life, he has another wife, he has another child, is none of your business. That has nothing to do with our struggle. Even if he does, it is not a crime. Even if he have another child, it is not That is the kind of propaganda and blackmail. I see very dirty blackmail attacking the private life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going to party. He took somebody for party. One say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu invited her to Nigeria. She was there with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. He was there to visit her. This nonsense, arrant nonsense, blackmail. That is what they are doing. And they think maybe by saying all those nonsense, you will now convince Biafrans. By talking that rubbish, you convince. It doesn't matter. We know what we are looking for. The private love of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with the Biafra we are fighting for. When it comes to the restoration of Biafra, when it comes to the agitation, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is 100% and 101% okay. There is no other person that come close. The idiot who was making that program, even accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of extramarital affair, go and check that anoman, that idiot now. Go and check it. Maybe he's sleeping in a shower house. Go and check that anoman. Maybe he's sleeping in a shower house every day. And you come on, you have to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, oh, he has a child outside marriage. Oh, he has a girlfriend. He has this one. And this is what somebody will on a camera. An Igbo man. It is so painful. Do you know why it is so painful? Do you know why? So after all the sacrifice Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made and got life sentence because of you, the only payback you will do for him today is to begin to castigate him. The people that are attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today are not Fulanis. They are not Hausas. They are not even Yorubas. These are Igbo people, Igbo-speaking Biafrans. Igbo-speaking Biafran. The people that are respecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, using him as an example, praising his effort, are people from other tribe. If not for everything, if not for anything, every single warning that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have given in the past has finally come to pass. All those warning he was giving us. Every warning that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave, every prediction has happened. People in the middle belt are calling for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. People are questioning the government. Why must you detain this man? Why must you continue to hold him? What wrong has he done? They are confirming that he revealed what is happening today. Every single operation of the Janjaweed today, he revealed it. He spoke about it. So why are you detaining him because of that? But in the other way around, his own brothers, his own Igbo-speaking people are the one today championing attack against him, telling the world that he doesn't deserve freedom. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. An Igbo-speaking person, telling the world that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu does not deserve freedom. Look at that idiot in South Africa that played the head. An irresponsible idiot that is plating head in South Africa, calling for the death of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Talking down on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, abusing and insulting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in any given little opportunity. Saying he doesn't deserve freedom. Today, he has become the advocate of Nigeria. This was somebody who was propagating Biafra before. Somebody who was propagating Biafra and who they were using as their strongest media warrior. You go to his platform, Biafrans are always there. Biafrans are always there, cheering him up, showering him blessings, praying for him. Today, what is Ike Nguruago doing? It's just like as I'm talking now about Biafra. All of a sudden, you see me tomorrow, I'll be talking against Biafra. God forbid. That day will never come. That day will never come. I can't face such shame. Any day I discover that there is no need for fight for my freedom, the only thing I will do is to close my video, close the platform, and open a different topic altogether. But for me to begin to swallow my vomit, take back everything I have spoken about before, impossible. I won't do that. I won't do that. Any day I feel that I can no longer continue on this struggle, any day I feel that the weight is so much I can't carry it anymore, what I will do is to stop speaking and focus on myself. Any day I discover that Biafra is not worth fighting for, that Biafra is no longer worth fighting for, I will stop talking about Biafra. When I started talking about Biafra, no human being came to tell me to talk about Biafra. Nobody. I started preaching Biafra when some of you here did not even know what is called Biafra. You are not joined. I started preaching Biafra from the time of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, precisely 2015. After the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the arrest, that time it was arrest. After the first of arrest, that was when I started broadcasting. And from that time to today, I have not stopped. Go and check the record. Go to my platform, King David Exploit Expose. If you go there, then I was broadcasting on Facebook. Many of my videos have been removed by Facebook, but if you go there, you still see videos, far back videos that I made. When the home of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was attacked, I was covering it live. So anything I talk about Biafra, I am speaking based on what I have seen, not what any idiot have told me. I don't care who the hell you think you are. There is nothing you can tell me to convince me about anything in this struggle of Biafra. Maybe I look like a child. I might look very young for you, but I tell you, I'm not a child. I am not. I'm not a child. I might look too young for you, but if I tell you my age, you wouldn't believe it. There is no human being on the planet Earth today that will come and force me to talk about something that is irrelevant, that I know doesn't add meaning to anywhere. I will not. I speak based on what I have seen and what I know, not on what any idiot is coming to tell me. There's nothing you can tell me. Nothing you can tell me. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I followed Mazen Nnamdi because of what I saw him do. I followed Mazen Nnamdi because of what I saw with my own eyes. Nigerian government we are doing. The attack on Mazen Nnamdi's home, when it was covered live on video on Facebook, where I streamed it, it's still there. I saw the attack. My heart was broken. Nobody came to tell me, come and join. I don't join any group. Even when Mazen Nnamdi, I did not even join any group. I don't join. I broadcast about Biafra. Even when Mazen Nnamdi was here, I was broadcasting. And Mazen Samuel did not come to me to talk to me. Even though I was in the media, we were in the same platform with Mazen Samuel, but I don't call him. I never called him. It's needless. Because every information things I need to know are before me. The verifications I need to have are before me. Why should I be calling him? I never called Mazen Samuel for one day privately. The only time I talk with him is when we are in a group meeting. The only time I talk with Mazen Samuel is when we were in a group meeting. In a group media meeting. That is the only time I talk to Mazen Samuel. I never, ever, not even once, called him privately. Even when he needs an item from me, maybe he needs my video or he needs a content from me, he will send a message on the group and mention my name. I will send it back to him. I will provide whatever he wants. But privately, I never, not even one day, I have never one day called him privately. I don't need to. All I need to is to watch what he is doing. That thing I want to go and discuss with him, it is in the public. The verification I need to make is in the public. The only thing that you do is to gossip. If you are going privately, it means you are going to gossip. And that is one of the problems that people have. Some people think going to call this one, talk to this one. Even there are some people in this program today that people see them as my friend. They see that this one is my friend, this one is my man. I don't call anybody. Ask anybody. I don't call. Some people, you think that I'm talking with them every day. Sometimes we'll be 1 month, we never speak to each other, except when we need a content from one another. 1 month, you can't see me. I can't just pick up my phone and begin to call you and we'll talk rubbish. I do everything I do based on fact. Based on fact. Information that I see. Based on fact. You don't need to come and... Let me tell you, you earn respect. Respect, you earn it. Just as I'm here now. I will not come and begin to tell you to come and command you to come and listen to me or come and be... I don't care. I don't care. If you are watching this program and you feel that it resonates with you, you like the topic, you resonate with you, you continue to watch. If at a point in time you feel that you are no longer comfortable with what I'm saying because of one reason or the other, you walk away. You walk away. You are not subjected, you are not bound to listen to me. There are many people preaching the gospel of Biafra everywhere. There are many people preaching gospel of Biafra, both fake and genuine. It depends on you. And I say it every time on my platform, that my purpose of establishing the platform is to give people voice, opportunity, to see things from different perspectives, not just focus as sheepishly, following sheepishly. Everything, you just say yes to everything. You can't even ask question. You say yes to every single thing. You can't even ask question. You can't even ask question. not that kind of a person. Right from when I joined this IPOB, when I joined this struggle, when I joined it, I joined as an independent person because Biafra does not belong to anybody. It belongs to all of us. You think by answering a title that will make you to be the owner of Biafra, you are a liar. It doesn't matter the name you bear, whether IPOB, IPOS, whatever you call yourself. That does not make you the owner of Biafra. Biafra is owned by every single human being from the old southeastern region. It doesn't matter their religion. It doesn't matter their location. It doesn't matter their race. It doesn't matter their orientation. It doesn't matter what they believe. Biafra belongs to them. And when this Biafra comes, you cannot tell anybody not to come into Biafra land. Everybody have the right to come back home. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Every one of us, we have the right to come back home and contest and do what we want to do. The only thing that will decide whether you participate or not, it is the law of the land. The law of the land is the only thing that will scrutinize everybody. Once the law scrutinizes you and see that you are qualified and perfect, you will contest for any position. If you win it, you go ahead and run it. You cannot stop anybody. You can't stop anybody from coming into Biafra. You can't. If anybody is deceiving you or telling you, you cannot stop anybody from coming into Biafra. Biafra belongs to every single individual, every human being from the old southeastern region. The present south, southeast, lower Kogi, lower Benue, Biafra belongs to them. It doesn't matter their orientation. It doesn't matter their religion. It doesn't matter their sex, whether male or female. It doesn't matter whatever they believe. As long as you are naturally placed in that area by Chukwu Okikabia, nobody can take away that right from you. The only thing that will decide your fate is the law of the land, including these people that are calling Mazen Nnamdi name today, including Ijele. Including the Ijele that you know. When Biafra comes, you will not stop him from coming in. The only thing that you do is once he comes in, the law will speak on his head. That is the highest he can do. Once he stepped in, you arrest him, take him to court. He will give account of what he's done. Then the court will process his case. In whatever he has done wrong during the time of Biafra, he will provide his lawyers. He will be allowed to defend himself. Give reasons why he did what he did. And the law of the land will challenge whatever thing he said. At the end of the day, if he wins his case, he lives in the land. If he doesn't win his case, he will face the full wrath of the law. If there is a sentence made for you, he will serve the sentence. And after the sentence, he will be released. So, I don't know how you people are seeing this issue. We are talking about a nation where human beings can live like human beings. But sometimes when some of us talk, we talk as if we are trying to form a mushroom. We want to form a village meeting. You want to form a village meeting where only your village head will come and decide what happened. You want to form a village meeting where you will just stand up and decide how to treat issues. No. We are talking about a country that will compete with other nations of the world. And we must obey every single human right. We be signatory to every human right. Every one of us will have equal right in Biafra land. Don't ever forget that. Both the good, the bad, and ugly, everybody will have equal right. At the end of the day, the only difference, the only thing that will speak the difference is the law. The law will decide your fate. The constitution of the land, the constitution of Biafra will decide your fate. Whether you are good or bad, nobody has the right to come and tell you you are not good, you are a saboteur, or you're not. That is why sometimes when people call people saboteur, they have made that word become so useless that it doesn't have meaning anymore. Once somebody says something you disagree with, they call it saboteur. Once somebody make a point, you make your own point of view, they call it saboteur. Once you express your own opinion, they call it saboteur. That is absolute nonsense. Adult nonsense. Who made you a judge? How does having a diverse view make somebody a saboteur? It doesn't. Having a different view doesn't make somebody a saboteur. It doesn't. People have the right to express themselves any way they like, anyhow they like. The only thing that guides is the rule of law, the constitution of the nation. That is the only thing that will be supreme. The constitution of Biafra will be supreme. Whatever the constitution says stands. Not what you say, not what you think, not what you feel. Whatever you feel is irrelevant. Whatever you think is irrelevant. It doesn't make sense. The only thing that is relevant is the law of the land. And every single one of us will be subject to that law. So if you think you can come and force people to speak the way you want them to speak, or force people to promote what they don't want to promote, that is arrant nonsense. You don't know what you are doing. You don't know what you are doing. It's just like what is happening in Nigeria now. What Tinubu is doing, Tinubu is grabbing everything and bringing every party into one place. Everybody want to be APC. Forcing everybody into one place. If you don't belong there, the same Nigerian system, if you don't belong to APC, they open your book. Even they don't know you are criminal. They know themselves they are criminals. But they allow you to flourish as a criminal simply because you joined their group. Why are we going to allow the same thing to play out in our own side? That will not happen in Biafra. In Biafra, people will have their opinion. People will be in opposition. People will be in support. That is why I tell people, even at this stage we are now, the time that we are fighting for our freedom at this stage, everybody has the right to belong to any group they want to belong. Freedom of association. That is one of the things that Biafra signed into. Freedom of association. Everybody has the right to express themselves the way they want. At the end of the day, when we succeed in actualizing Biafra, the law will speak. The law will speak. As it stands today, we are still in pursuit of the journey. And anybody that has an idea on how to make Biafra a reality has the right to go for it. If you have an idea on how to bring Biafra, go ahead and fight. Pursue that idea and bring Biafra. Don't allow anybody to talk down on you. Anything you will do to bring Biafra, go ahead and do it. It is still open. It is still open. Anything you can do. The only thing is that everyone should focus is in actualizing of Biafra. Purpose, unity of purpose, that is the most important thing. Anything you can do, there are many roads that leads to the same direction. Any road you can follow to bring us to the promised land, go ahead. Even as we speak, there are people working on different platforms. There are people who are not even joining this your agitation, shouting and talking, but they are working towards the freedom of Biafra. There are different groups. Nnamdi Kanu himself identified with every single one of them. When you see Nnamdi Kanu from prison, recognizing Avid, recognizing Rising Sun, recognizing the ambassadors, these people are all groups. They are all groups on their own, doing one particular job to make sure that Biafra comes. They are different people altogether. All the time that Nnamdi Kanu was with us, the only thing you hear from Nnamdi Kanu is IPOB. It's IPOB. But he never castigated anybody. He never castigated anybody. But the only thing you hear from his mouth is IPOB. That doesn't mean he doesn't know others exist. He knows. In fact, that is one of his videos I always play here, where he was interviewed by Sahara reporters. He was interviewed and he was asked about a certain group that carried out an operation in Enugu State. He said, yes, I am aware of that group. Even though I am not leading them, I'm not in charge, but I'm aware and I recognize whatever they do and I support whatever they do. But the hope is that at the end, every one of us will come together in the purpose actualization of Biafra. So why would you be demonizing everybody? You demonize everybody and claim that only you will become the right person. It's not possible. You don't do that. No sensible person does that. The people that laid the foundation never did that. Even Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko opened an olive branch. Mazi Simon Ekpa never condemned anybody. Do you know how many groups Mazi Simon Ekpa brought into Biafra? Do you know how many groups that Mazi Simon Ekpa brought back into Biafra struggle? Do you know how many groups? You don't know. That is why you will focus on talking trash, things that doesn't make meaning, listening to irrelevant issues. Go and ask questions. Mazi Simon Ekpa, up to the time he was removed, gave the olive branch. During convention, he even volunteered. He even called the governors. He called the lawmakers, the politicians, and he told them anyone that wants to come should send his itinerary. He will pay their ticket. That is how open he was. He made it open. Even if you are IPOB, IPS, anywhere you are, come for that convention. That is what leadership was all about. The purpose is one. There is only one purpose where we are gathering. Just one purpose. If not for Biafra, you will not see me here talking. Many of you will not even know me. If not for Biafra, so many of you will not even know my program. You wouldn't even know my program, that I exist. The only thing that you know that a human being like me exists in this planet Earth is Biafra. So that is the purpose why we are gathering. So why will you leave that purpose that we are gathering and you're talking about irrelevant issues? You are busy questioning the way I talk, the manner I talk, and how I talk. You are busy questioning my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, there are places where you will like the opinion. All you need to do is quietly focus on those ones idea that you like, because there are certain steps. Even Mazi Simon, when Mazi Simon was working, some people say that Mazi Simon, his speed is too much. They can't catch up with him. Some people that were attacking Mazi Simon, this Ikenga Iruago confessed. He said, Mazi Simon is doing it right, but his speed is too much. Ikenga Iruago confessed and said it. That Mazi Simon is doing it right, but his speed is too much. So many other people were having the same problem. They wanted him to fold his hand and wait. Just like the government in exile. When Mazi Simon wanted to form the government in exile, there was already government in exile that put in place by Nnamdi. There was already government in exile that was put in place by Nnamdi. And when Mazi Simon wanted to go into that area, he told them to activate government in exile and begin to work. He told them to go to work. Those people who Mazi Nnamdi handed to, he told them to start doing what you're supposed to do. The time is now. And what did they do? Instead of them working, they told him, let's wait, let's P2B. After P2B finish election, whether he will win first, let us wait after P2B. And Mazi Simon saw it that they were not serious. These are a bunch of deceivers. They don't even know what they are doing. Mazi Simon gave them time and told them, if you do not activate it now, we are going to run you over and open a new one. They could not be able to activate it. They couldn't do anything. And Mazi Simon went ahead to establish the government in exile. And today, see how far that very establishment has gone. See how far that government in exile has brought us today. But yet, so many of us continue to be moved with different group and different. It doesn't make any sense. When I mention groups, I don't care about who leads or who is there. I'm talking about foundation. When I mention group, I talk about foundation. From Mazi Nnamdi, Mazi Simon Ekpa established the government in exile. Inside that government in exile, he told us that we are going to get the United States of Biafra from them. And he said, when we have gotten home, after we have gotten home, our title, when we shall be, is the United States of Biafra. We will be a United States. That was what Master Samuel said. That the name will be, after we have recovered our home, the name we are going to use is that is why after that declaration, that name was pronounced, the United States of Biafra. So the United States of Biafra is supposed to be our name. That is what we will bear. That is what we will bear. That is what we will bear. But until our government is still in exile, we are still outside Biafra land. We have not returned home. So our government is still operating as government in exile. But today, people use those titles. They attach one thing or the other in it. This one, carry this one. Now me get the government in exile. This one said, now me get the United States of Biafra. This one said, now me get this one. They attach titles and names to it instead of using it as a united front, following the foundation. They began to split. They begin to pieces them. Everybody catch the one where you catch the leg, catch the leg. But every of this is the body, just like you have the body of Christ. When they talk of the body of Christ in Christianity, you have different denominations. The body of Christ is made up of different denominations. You have the Catholic, you have the Anglican, you have the spiritual churches and all that. There are so many of them. They make up the body of Christ. And among all those body of Christ, you cannot say this one is not good. So if you begin to condemn one, every one of them have a responsibility. Every one of them have a function. They have a function. Everyone has a function. Foundation laid for Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB is the core agitating ground. The core agitating ground, IPOB, formed by Nnamdi Kanu. The indigenous people of Biafra, every one of us. That is the agitating name that we have. Our agitating name, our organization name, indigenous people of Biafra. Under that umbrella, we fight our battle. We fight. IPOB, the indigenous people. Under that name, we declare, we fight, and we win. From there, we matured and we grew and went ahead to have a government in exile. And Master Samuel said, under this government in exile, we are going to go ahead and get our Biafra, which will be called the United States of Biafra, when we get back home. That is our title at home, our home title. But today, you see confusion everywhere. People interpreting themselves. This one carry this one, and me get government in exile. This one said that me get United States of Biafra. This one said that me get this one. Different type of. This one say IPOB say and then they their own. The whole body, everyone is scattered on his own. Why don't we focus on the foundation? When you are operating on the level of agitation of IPOB, continue on it in education. When our government is fighting in exile, continue to do whatever you're going to do in exile. And on the full restoration, our name will be United States of Biafra. Nothing more, nothing less. That is what we voted for on the referendum. This is what our name will be. That is what our name will be when we have regained our land completely, as we are titled. That is whom we are. We can't be divided state. We will be United States of Biafra, not a divided state of Biafra. So, my fellow Biafrans, you must remain strong. The battle that is ahead is still tough. This battle would have been easy if Master Samuel was there, because we know that Master Samuel is a media guru. He's a media guru. Only one broadcast, all this that is attacking Mazen Nandi will disappear. This department of Sabotua One broadcast will send them exile. Only one. But today, Mazi Simon is not here. So every one of us, we continue to add our own voice. When you see that Lolo Noba put her lies forward, debunk it. When you see that Lolo Noba bring her lie, debunk that lie immediately. Debunk it. Don't allow it to breathe. Because the funny thing is that she doesn't know anything about the struggle. She don't, and these are the people that are causing the greatest confusion. People that don't know much about the struggle. Before you will go into the struggle, take your time. Before you will take a position in this struggle, take your time. Study what the struggle is all about. Study it. This time is a time of technology where you can find information just at your tip. That phone you have there, just one button you press, you get all information on your palm. Why are you not spending time to get that information? Why won't you spend time? Spend some little time and get out that information that you require. Why is it so difficult for some of us? Why is it difficult for us to get those information out? Before you begin to pursue any position or any quest, go and dig the foundation and know how it will form. Just like this Nowa. She says she's a journalist, but she knows nothing about the Biafran struggle. The Biafran struggle in the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of politics have played. Within the IPOB, there are politics. This struggle has its own politics, in case you don't know. We have the politics of agitation. That is the politics of the political part of the agitation. Go and make inquiry, read it. There is also the defensive part of the agitation. Go and read about the defense. There is also the administrative part of this very agitation. Go and read about the administrative part of the agitation. From Mazen Nanikan, leave our eternal leader alone. And there was Rike. From Mazen Nanikan upwards, read it, understand it. Then when you understand it and listen, know the role each actor plays. Know the role the actors played in defense, in administration, in evangelism. Go and check those roles. Then and then you can be able to stand and begin to talk about the agitation on who is right and who is wrong, and who is supposed to be there and who is not supposed to be there, and who is supposed to support it and who is not supposed to support it. But when you don't have these informations, you will always make mistake. I bet you will make mistake. You cannot make sense in what you're saying. That is why Asi boba ejenabo happen to neighbor no way news ka boba abobata sienye e confirm but eso na we bo because I have to bo iye si na oba we na abo iye bi na oba we boba. That is why it is important that before you push yourself into any area in this struggle, you must ask questions. You must study. You must investigate. Not only when you want to, if you want to really understand the agitation, nobody will deceive you. Not even me. Nobody will deceive you. Not even myself. I don't deceive people. But I put myself in that shoe. Not even me. It is when you go underground. When you go on your own, let me not use on the ground, on your own, make investigations. When you hear somebody say something, don't just take it and run with it. You take that word the person said and investigate and see if what he said is true or not. When somebody tells you something, you go on your own. Don't fight with the person. Don't insult the person. Don't attack the person. You go on your own and ask questions. If there are people you can ask, you go and ask. If there are investigations, this time things are online. You can make inquiry by yourself. Then when you have made your investigation, then you will now stand your ground, you have your point on what to speak. But not to come and make unnecessary arguments, put unnecessary accusations, push unnecessary blackmail and propaganda. We have crossed the area of propaganda. I remember in those days when the struggle was just about propaganda. In those days, there was a time when the struggle was about, and it was Mazi Samuel that ended that propaganda. Mazi Samuel introduced a broadcast in the sense that you would tell people something and show them what it looks like. Formerly, it was just they say without showing anything. But Mazi Samuel introduced that exposition. That is what we called it then. Exposition. You say something, you bring it out, you show it, you compare it, you bring video evidence and all that, and show people, and the world will see. Not just by guesswork, not by propaganda. Oh, they kill 1 million people. No evidence, no video. Oh, they have shot us, they killed us. No evidence. But during the time of Mazi Samuel, we were always saying, when something happens in your area, cover it, use your camera, film it, and speak in English. Mention the date, the area where it is happening, the date and time. If possible, the people, the victims, mention their names. We entered into a time of evidence-based broadcast. It was Mazi Samuel that introduced evidence-based broadcast. Before Mazi Samuel, the only person that was doing evidence-based broadcast was Nnamdi. Every other person was propaganda. Every other person was just propaganda. Sometimes when you ask them questions, they can't respond. And because they can't respond, they begin to insult you. Genuine question, not that you want to denigrate them, not that you want to attack them, but you just want to know. But because they have no backup for what they are saying, they begin to attack you and insult you. But Mazi Samuel came with evidence-based. Every broadcast give time for question and answer. You ask question, he will respond. Even in his broadcast, there's no way you can listen to the broadcast without understanding it. Both Biafrans and non-Biafrans, we have fought a very good battle. And we will never lose this battle. At this time, wherever you are, we are in a delicate time. Ask yourself, who is protecting Biafra land now? Who is, if what happened in Plateau State happened in Biafra land today, who is going to come for you? Oh God. You can imagine Plateau State. Plateau State, nobody came for them. Plateau State, even when the military came, military pushed them back. Military pushed the civilians back and allowed the terrorists to escape. Imagine if that thing happened in Biafra land today, who is going to protect you? Do you sit down, when you see things happen in the north, do you imagine, what if these things happen in the Biafra land? Who is going to protect you? Is it Igbo? Igbo, whose only mission is to destroy his people? Igbo, who is putting laws to destroy the life of some people and put the people into danger? Or is it Hope Uzodinma? Hope Uzodinma, who is trying to make sure that the Fulani Janjaweed take over Imo State? A former condemned criminal who Fulani gave another opportunity. Is he the one that's going to come and protect you? Ask yourself. Is he the Ebube Busu, Ebube Monkey, that is made up of Asara the Kuba boys and some Janjaweed? Are they the ones that will protect you if they attack you? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu formed ESN to defend our land because there was nobody to fight for us. They destroyed it. Mazi Samuel recovered them and made the Liberation Army. And today, they have destroyed the Liberation Army, which you and I saw. I am speaking based on what I can't talk about something that I don't see. That is why some people get angry with me. But I tell you, I don't care whether you get angry or not. I am speaking based on what I have seen. The people that have worked, the people that have acted, and I see, those are the people I talk about. I don't talk about somebody who has not done anything. I don't. So if you're angry on my explanation, It is because you are doing something wrong. Correct yourself and watch me. When you correct yourself, you will no longer be angry with my brokers. But if you watch my brokers and you get angry with some line of thought or the way I organize my word or the way I speak, it is because you are evil. There is something evil about you that you need to remove. There is something evil about you that once you remove it, you begin to reason properly and you begin to understand my message. Who is there to defend our land today? If what happened in Plateau State happens in Biafra land, who will defend you? We know that the Janjaweed have used Igbo people to destroy the Liberation Army, to take over our areas that we are in charge, to push them back. They have used Igbo people to destroy the Liberation Army. If the Fulani invade today, who is going to protect you? I want you to go home with this message. Go home with this thought in your heart. Maybe you have not been thinking about this before. After this program, when you are on your own, begin to think within yourself and ask yourself, if the Fulanis invade Biafra land, who is going to protect us? Is it Seibo? Is it Hokus Odemma? Is it the tiger bears that are harvesting your organ? Is it the Bube Busu that is made up of the Janjaweed? Who is going to protect you if they invade today or tomorrow? It's a very serious question. If you know that there's nobody that will be there for you, you need to rise up. Rise up now and begin to fight for the release of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. Support the fight for the release of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. We have another opportunity on the 5th of October. 5th of August. 5th of August, Simon Ekpa will be in court. And I believe, personally, I strongly believe he deserves a proper representation. He deserves an international lawyer that will stand in gap to make sure his right is defended. I believe that he deserves it. If you believe that he deserves it, support the international lawyer to join Simon Ekpa. I don't care the group who will make it a reality. I am not about a group. I don't belong to any group. I belong to the cause of Biafra. And anything you bring, I see it that this thing is for the actuation of Biafra, to the favor of Simon Ekpa release and Nnamdi Kanu release. I will support it with all my life. I will support it with all my life. If you know any plan to release Simon Ekpa, please don't be silent. And I want every one of you, anywhere you belong, any group you belong, when you go to your group meeting, ask them, what is their plan to release Simon Ekpa? What is their plan to make sure that Simon Ekpa is adequately represented? Let me remove release because his release in the hand of Chukwu Kagama. No individual can be able to enforce that. But to make sure that he's properly and adequately represented, ask the group where you belong, what is their plan to make sure that Simon Ekpa is adequately, properly represented on the 5th of August in his appeal? I want every one of you to go with this question. When you ask that question, if they give you an answer, you can come back and share with us here. If they tell you they are doing something on the ground, please support those who are doing something that you can see to free Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu. Underground work has not favored us, has not yielded any result. We want a physical action. Any group you belong, for me, I don't belong in any group. That is why I speak out. Any group you belong. We have seen some people who have already gone ahead to provide an international lawyer for Mazi Simon Ekpa, and they are looking for support. There is no need for you to attack them. There is no need for you to call them name. There is no need for you to denigrate them. If you have your own project on how to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko is properly represented, please present it so that the Biafrans can compare and contrast and make their choice on what is best for their prime minister. I beg every one of you, we need Mazi Simon Ekpa now more than ever. We need him. We need him now more than ever. And I urge every one of you to do everything humanly possible to see that our leaders are back with us. I appreciate every one of you that have been with us on this program. I thank you so much for joining. Please, if you have not liked or shared this program, like and share. This platform is still covered because it's a new platform. They have hijacked our old platform. I am trying to recover it, but I have not yet recovered it up to now. So we will continue to broadcast here until we recover our main channel. For now, this is where I'm broadcasting. Many people don't know this platform. Many people don't know that this is where I'm broadcasting. So the only help you can give me here is to share the program in your own platform where you are, either in your WhatsApp group, in your Facebook, in your Twitter handle, anywhere you can share this program. Share it so that others can join us on our coming program. We're going to have another program this evening, and tomorrow every morning, same time, we also broadcast. Help us to like and share. That is all you can do for us on this platform. It doesn't take away your data. It doesn't take away money from you. Just like and share. The YouTube is not promoting our program, because of restrictions. They are not promoting our content. So it is we that will promote it ourselves. So I beg you in the name of Chukwu Gabiam, if you have not yet like and share the program. It will go a long way to open up the platform so that others can join us and air their own opinion too. We are not here to cage anybody or force anybody to believe what we believe. We are here to give an open field for everybody to air their opinion and share their own views the way they understand it. At the end of the day, the Biafran people will make their choice. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every single one of us in this program today, and those who are going to watch later, wherever you are watching from. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect you. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafran shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate every one of you, and I hope to see you again later in the day when I will come back for this program. Thank you so much, and stay safe. Bye, everybody. See you again later in the day.
But you know what? No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by keeping you. After I am done with Biafra will go important for freedom. In fact, thank you. But you know what? No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by keeping you. After I am done Biafra will go important for freedom. In fact, thank you.